Hi. So, before I say anything else, I really should say Wonder Woman is a very good superhero movie. It really is. There are parts about it I don't like. I'll go into that a little bit. But overall, I had a great deal of fun watching it, and so did my entire family. So, a little more detail now. So, before I saw the film, I saw a few reviews of it, and the only review that was negative was a review that said the film was not feminist enough. So if the only bad thing that I can find anyone saying about a film is that it wasn't political enough, I take that as a good sign. I do not watch superhero movies for the politics. That being said, there is some politics in the film, um, but it's politics done right in films. It's not shoved in your face. It's not laid on with a shovel. In one or two places, it might be driven home with a hammer, but no shovel. Hammers I can live with. The shovel I can't. So, um, the bad things about the film. Um, it is so slow. Okay, it's like 2 hours long. At least half an hour is completely unnecessary. And there's so much goddamn slow motion. Like, my God, can we please teach these people to fast forward or something? I mean, if you want to mess around with the time in your movie, how about you do something that people don't always are not dressing that everybody is doing to such a huge extent that it makes me sick just to see it. Good God. There is a lot of slow motion in this film. And some of it's okay. Some of it is okay. Just the vast majority of it is completely unnecessary and... Good Lord. There are scenes that are unnecessary. There are some scenes that are mostly unnecessary. There are some scenes that could be cut and it would make the film better. There are scenes that could mostly be cut and would make the film better. I can't really get into that without going into spoilers, but that's about it. That's a spoiler-free things I didn't like about the film. Things I did like about the film: the cast, wonderful cast. Gal Gadot, I'm Israeli, so I know how the name is pronounced. Gal Gadot was great. She played the role brilliantly. The whole cast was great. Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman, though, was not well used in the film. He's a terrific actor. The part he had, though, was not well done. So it's not so much an issue of the cast as the director and writers. Let me think. The action. When it wasn't slow motion, the action was generally very good. They did do that really stupid thing of having people with guns running toward people who without guns. That is stupid and irritating as fuck. Please pardon my language. But they didn't do it as much as some other, I shouldn't name names, recent films I've seen. The scenes on Themyscira, the island, generally well done. So they did Life on Themyscira a lot better than I expected they would. Like, the scene with, what's his name? Steve Trevor. Coming on the island and being there and things going down on the island. They could have done that a lot worse. They did really well. I like to think they could have done it better, but they could have done it so much worse, and I know they could have done it so much worse because other people have done it, and they did it so much worse. So, that was good. Set pieces. Great. Just brilliant. Brilliant work. There was CGI, but it was very hard to tell where practical effects ended and CGI began. And that is really what you want in a film. Well, that's what the special effects guys want in a film. The characters. The characters, with a few exceptions, such as Gary Oldman's character, the characters were all quite thoroughly three-dimensional. Even the villains in a few places were not. Really were not. Me and my brother kept going back and forth with this joke. The villainous villains are evil because they are evil villainous villains. That was it. They were evil because they were evil. Apart from that, though, they did have personalities. They were quite they were believable, even without real motivations. Apart from having no motivations, they were believable. Apart from those and Gary Oldman's character, everyone was three-dimensional. Everyone was completely believable as a character, as a person. I think that is everything that I can say without spoilers. Let me think. I think I'm forgetting something. Oh, yes, history. So, history. I'm a history buff. I'm actually an amateur historian. So, it really pisses me off when people mess up history. They actually did a very good job of fitting this film into actual history. With a few exceptions. Spoilers. Let me think. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all that's spoiler free. So, spoilers. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Okay, 3, 2, 1, spoilers. Gary Oldman as the God of War. It makes no sense in this film. Okay, the character makes no sense. It could have been done worse. It really could have. But it really stands out because the rest of the film was done better. So it really just stood out and it irritated me. Okay, there's this character, Charlie. He's a sniper. A Scottish sniper, which is cool. There's this... The movie gets a little political, and they want to show the horrors of war, and they do it well. They do it well. They overdid it a little bit. Specifically, well, with Charlie. A few other times, but very specifically with Charlie, the sniper. Okay, so there's this scene. So they're in Belgium, right? And they're camped out, and suddenly he wakes up and he's having night terrors. And the chief says that he sees the faces of people he killed. Okay, believable, fine, great. But then later he can't shoot, and he's just frozen, and he's gripping his gun, and he can't shoot. And he's ducking away from shooting, and presumably he's been a sniper for maybe 5 years now. It's not only they didn't need to do that. Their point was totally made. Okay, that's edging over that just so much. Okay, they showed the horrors of war. They showed the horrors of people, the civilians. They showed the horrors of wounded soldiers coming home. They're all very good, not overstated, very well done. And then Charlie, for me, was one thing too far. Also, the whole point of Charlie is he was a sniper. He was there to snipe. And there was this whole back and forth thing between him and Wonder Woman. And he could not kill the German sniper, and so she had to bounce off of this big piece of metal being carried by all the other guys and then somersault through the air, through the window, sticking the landing. That was unnecessary. it would have been so much. It would have been a better film. I think it would have been much improved if he killed the sniper, and then he and Wonder Woman could have said something to each other. That would have been good. That would have been better. Um, one thing I really wish that someone had said to Wonder Woman sometime in the entire film, because the whole film, she kept lecturing people saying, "This is honorable war. This is not honorable war. You're a murderer. You're," really irritating after a while. What I really wish someone had said to her at some point in the film is, "And how many wars have you ever fought, little girl?" I put little girl in there not because she's a woman, but because she acts through the entire film like a little girl. It's not a complaint. I'm not complaining about her portrayal in the film. It is absolutely accurate to the character, to the situation she is in. I just wish someone had said that to her. Other things I like. The battle on Themyscira, generally quite good. The whole flipping somersaulting through the air thing, a little irritating. Again, the people with guns rushing toward people without, quite irritating. Unnecessary scene. Okay, they're on the boat. Steve and Diana, they're on the boat. They're going to England. Okay, based on being able to actually sail to England, being able to fly somewhere from Germany, being able to sail from Germany because I had boats going after Steve, they must have been somewhere in the North Sea. Okay. And so they turned to that whole thing about Steve Trevor being embarrassed and not wanting to sleep next to her because of whatever. He should not have been asleep at all. You do not go to sleep while sailing in the North Sea. Really stupid. Really irritating. The whole scene was unnecessary. Or not the whole scene. You could the first quarter of the scene was okay. After that, it just dragged. So maybe you could start with this bit with her inviting him to sleep next to her, and him wigging out a little bit and not being able to explain it. And then he said, "Okay, we're sailing through the North Sea. I need to be awake to sail the boat." And then cut to England and her waking up as they get into shore. That would have been good. That would have been better. And that's all right now. I'm actually saying this right off the top of my head. I actually saw this film just a little while ago. So that's all. Thanks for watching. If you've seen the film, please comment below and say what you think about it, because I'd really like to hear what you have to say. That's all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Have a good night, and God bless.